Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of FutureProbe. We are here tonight celebrating. Now, we're not really celebrating anything. There's not really any particular reason to be here, I guess. Well, no, what am I talking about? I have a stream every Thursday. That's why I'm here, damn it. And I really enjoy doing it. But, there's some weeks there's a lot going on, and it's hard to kind of like, all right, we're trying to finish this thing. Where was I in, Final Fantasy VII Remake or, whatever. So, tonight, right now, we're at the studio late. We're finishing up a project. Hopefully, it'll be out soon. And I thought I would just come up here and kind of de-stress for a minute and talk about, well, whatever you want to talk about. I figured we would do just a little bit of chatting tonight. That's really it. I'm going to, if you got questions in the chat, I'll answer them. If you want to call in on Discord, I got that fired up. You can do that. If you want to throw that link in the chat too, you can call in on there. And I'm pretty much just taking a minute away. I won't be here like super long. But while other things are being done downstairs, I thought I would just kind of come in, chat for a little bit. Yeah, my time is yours. If you want to talk. So let's see. If you got a question, put it in the chat. Again, if you want to pop in on Discord, that I think we got that going. Hopefully it'll work. Had to do kind of a quick changeover. Bismarcky is dead. Oh, wait. Okay. People talking about Bismarcky. Oh, we got a hype train going. Is Bismarcky... Okay, so I saw on Twitter family members are saying Bismarcky isn't dead. Why does this always happen? This is my question. I have a question for you guys now. Thank you, Emmett, for your sub. I feel like every celebrity death of the last year has been... They're in critical condition. They've passed away. Oh my gosh, oh no, they've passed away. And then always a family member comes in and goes, no, they're not dead. This is not true. Like, stop posting that. It's not true. And then 2 hours later, oh, no, they were dead. They're dead. They were dead. Why does that happen? It happens every time, right? Is Tom Petty even around? Like, what do we even know at this point? But did that happen again with Bismarcky? Has he passed, or is that unclear? And I know news outlets want to be the first to report on someone dying, but I don't know. In some of these cases, it seems like they already know that it happened. I don't think it's. I don't know. I feel like there are some sources that have confirmed it, but then it's like a family member always wants to unconfirm it, but then it's like, oh no, they were dead. Like what? I don't really understand that. I'm not blaming anybody, or I think I'd actually am just curious the reason for it being that way. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I was just curious what happened. Okay. Seems kind of soon, but are you guys attending any cons this year? That's a really good question. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'll give you the info that I have. PAX is happening in Seattle in September. That's happening. That's for sure happening. We don't really know the plan yet, but I will say that they reached out and just in a general sense, like, what if you had a booth here? And we were like, sure. That's it. I mean, that's the most I know. I think we will have a presence there in some form, but we really don't know, again, how much to plan. I don't. It's just weird. Like, it's like, whoa, we're doing a con. It's just a weird thought. And they you know, they've given us all the info on how they're going to do it really safely and do this and that and all that, which is cool. But I just don't know who here is like up for that or wants. I think there's a mix of people right now where it's like, oh, I haven't thought about travel. I don't know about travel. And also, oh my God, can I please travel? I'll travel at any cost. Get me the hell out of here right now. You know what I mean? So there's a mix, and I don't know who wants to do what. So I don't really know. I just know, I think, I'm not going to say I know, but I think in some form we're going to have a presence there. I just don't know how much, like if we're doing a panel or if we're doing whatever. Didn't California ban travel to some states? Not that I know of. Do you think Anime Expo ever comes back? Oh yeah, it's definitely coming back. People are so sad about the loss of that again this year. It'll be back next year. That's a huge event. They're not gonna sit idly by. Sorry, I missed some comments here. Oh yeah, DMX died 3 times that weekend. But anyway, yeah. So I it would be cool to go to PAX. I hope it happens. PAX is a lot of fun. But it's also it's a weird state of things too, because not only is it, you know, whoa, a con this year, okay, whatever, but I also feel like things kind of changed over the last year where, you know, we did some of these online events in place of these cons that we would go to, and we had a lot of fun making stuff for those, and I wonder if, like, you know, I don't know. I think we did a lot of good work over the last year. Some of it's been seen, some of it hasn't. That I just wonder if it's going to change how we do those cons and stuff. Like, if maybe there's more that we want to do around here and plan stuff better. I don't know. I just wonder how that's going to affect that, but I know we're always going to want to do, there's staples we always want to do. Like, we love doing PAX, and we love doing Anime Expo and San Diego Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con is not in person this year. They keep talking about, oh, there might be, we're going to do it in some form in November, but they keep making it sound like it's unclear. Like, is this Comic-Con? No, it's not really Comic-Con. Okay, well then what is it? So that's a little unclear. Peasy, thank you for your sub. So I don't really know. I don't really know what's going to happen if we you know, are going to shift more of our efforts to the online events, because I do feel like that has provided a lot of people with entertainment. So I've been having fun. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Not to keep going on and on about that subject, Game Awards is planned to be in person on December, Jeff said. Oh, Jeff Keighley, did he confirm that? That's cool. That's fun. That's a fun show. Jeff did a great job this past year with, again, you know, still trying to get the awards going despite everything happening. You know, and he did the Summer Games Fest and all that stuff. He's done it. I think he really always tries to put 100% in, you know, and I don't know. I love that he does that. Butter and Eggman, thank you for your sub. There might be, I'm going to say this very delicately too. There might be some other events announced pretty soon. You know, maybe there's some other stuff we could do in person. I'm thinking about that. Maybe we'll talk about that soon. All right. Can you describe how Mega 64 started for people who may not know? I mean, just to put it quickly, I guess, we were a few friends in high school who loved making video. Well, we did like acting and theater and stuff, but then we had a lot of fun making videos just for fun. Like, we made like, oh, here's a behind the scenes video of the play that we were in, and here's us making fun of half of the cast and, stuff like that. And then when we graduated, we were in college. It was like, oh, I miss making videos. That was kind of fun. Should we make videos? Yeah. And then I really wanted to do video game related stuff. And I told the other guys about that. I was like, you want to do this? Okay. And we started filming stuff and just kept making little shorts again and again. And eventually became mega. Sorry, 1 second. Can you guys still hear me? Is this working? Still working? I don't know what happened here. You even touch this microphone, it freaks out. We're going to replace this microphone soon. Everything still sound okay? Okay. All right. Let's see. Thoughts on them changing the fireworks announcement at Disney. Dreamers of all ages. I think I know what you're talking about. So they changed the announcement when the fireworks happen to, it used to be, I'm going to do my best impression. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready for, whatever. Get ready for Mickey's fucking crazy fireworks spectacular. Whatever it is. They took out ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And I think now it's dreamers of all ages. Welcome to, right? I think that's what it is. There is a whole industry built right now, and I feel like I'm seeing it go full blast, that it is just the economy of making older people mad. And so I've seen a few different accounts and websites really go in on that. Look, they removed ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I would have never noticed that had there not been a headline. And I know what they're all trying to do. All these journalists have to feed their kids, so they need people to click. And every day I see, look, they took that part of the line out. And all the responses, what is happening? Was anyone offended? It's always, who was offended? No one on earth was offended. They just changed the line. It's as just open as they can make that invitation. Wouldn't have ever noticed had that not been there. But I see it every day. As part of probable how do they word it? As part of potential sensitivity adjustments, these oars have been removed from the wall on the Jungle Cruise. And all the responses, who was offended by these oars? They're oars for a boat. Who was offended? No one was offended. Not one person was offended. And then guess what? They put the oars back on the wall. They painted the wall. That's it. But everyone is so, whoa, I found something. I found something. They moved oars off the wall to paint the wall, and then they put them back. But they don't print the retraction, or not print it, but they don't post the retraction. Oh, sorry, we they moved the oars so they can paint the wall green, and then they put it back. No one follows up on it. But they got their clicks, They removed like shrunken heads from the Jungle Cruise, I guess. And again, it's the responses are always, oh, but who was offended by this? I don't think anyone was offended by it. It's just, They change stuff. And I get weird about that when it comes to comedy too. I feel like people are really quick to bring up, it's impossible to do comedy. The cancel culture, But some people that really, I don't think that there does not exist, like people out there who want to take people down just for fun and pick apart what they say just for fun. Those people are there, and to act like they're not there, it doesn't help either. But it doesn't change the greater fact that like there's a shelf life on a lot of entertainment. You know what I mean? And like people act like a good joke is good forever. Maybe some of them, the one, the one where the kid says, "Yo, Jesus, I'll help you come off the cross." And he's like, "Good, get these nails out of my hands." And then he does it, and it's the feet. That joke is always going to be a 10 out of 10. And I delivered it perfectly too. And I can't really ever fail with that joke. It's always going to work. And that's just it. And that's all there is to it. No, but I just feel like it ages awful, or not. It ages awful. Like stuff has a shelf life. We come up with video ideas and then put them in a notebook and then save them, and then it's like, dude, that's going to be a mind blower video. And then we look at it a year later, and it's like, no, throw it away. Like it just doesn't. It doesn't. I feel like all humor ages like milk. All of it. It's not a matter of it being. It's edgy. It's just I feel like vibes change. It's not. We focus on the, things that might offend or might whatever. We focus on that, but I feel like it's not even that. Like vibes go sour. Like the way you deliver something goes sour. It all does. So to act like it's just one thing that's the problem, I don't really get it. Again, there's some people who want to take people down, and that's out there. But I just feel like you're pointing at the wrong. I don't know. Anyway, I hope that wasn't annoying or out of touch to say all that. But anyway, going back to the Disneyland announcement stuff, yeah, it just gets so old to hear, oh, come on, who's offended? Nobody's offended. They just change the way they do stuff, and it's really not that big of a deal. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. Don't worry about me. I'm, perusing anything. Rocco, I was the mysterious sender of the Come and Go shirt. I never sent an online order somewhere other than to me before, so I guess I missed who to say it was from. Well, thank you, 29th Double. That Come and Go shirt is great. I came and went, so thank you. What's something they should delete from an old ride or a movie? See, it's weird. The difference between movies and rides to me with like, remove something. Kind of feel like a movie has already kind of been printed and it's there, it's on the shelf, it's done. And if something sucks or, whatever, just move on. I don't really feel like, go in there and take that out. Rides are a little different because people are actually experiencing them every day. I mean, people experience a movie every day, I guess, but with a ride, you're kind of like actually physically inhabiting that space every day. So I see more the point of like tweaking certain things. Whereas a movie, it's kind of like, I don't know, man. It's a print from a certain era, and sometimes maybe it doesn't age well, maybe it whatever. I just kind of like move on if I don't want to see it. But what would I remove? Yeah, I would say somebody said it. Johnny Depp from the Pirates of the Caribbean. I would remove that. Is anyone like stoked to see that now? When they go on that ride, it's like, ooh, classic Disney. I feel like if someone's going to go on Pirates of the Caribbean, it's because it's a classic Disney ride. Jack Sparrow being there or Johnny Depp being there, is that thrilling? I feel like you just see that and go like, ugh. Like that has, no pun intended, that ship has sailed. Okay. Put Margot Robbie in Pirates. Wasn't that a rumor at some point? What video game, in your opinion, was the most scary? I don't know if it counts as a game, as a full game. But PT. I know that's not not a shocking answer, I guess. PT or I feel like I was just talking about another non-scary game that was scary. I feel like I was just talking about this. What was it? I don't know. I can't remember. I know I have an example, but I can't think of it. I don't know if you talked about it a lot already, but shouts out to your limited run E3. I had no idea you were making that, and as a fan of you guys in limited run, that was a sick surprise during a dud of an E3. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the limited run E3 thing was kind of funny. Well, it wasn't kind of funny. That's a different group. We're Mega 64, but it was a kind of a weird turn of events. They reached out to me a while back. And they were like, "Hey, we're gonna do our E3 thing again this year. The person who normally doesn't isn't gonna do it this year. Wondering if you would do it." I was like, "Okay." And from what I understood, it was we had a lot of different projects we had to do around here, so I wasn't sure how far we could go with that. But I thought, but they were telling me like, we're gonna send you a lot of the we're gonna send you a lot of the trailers. We're gonna send you green screen footage of ourselves, the limited run crew, and yeah, and just kind of like we try. It was really cool. They were genuinely just like, we trust your vision. Do whatever you want to do with it. I was like, okay. So I said, if it's basically, I'm thinking like, okay, edit some of their footage. They're sending me most of the game trailers themselves, so put those in. I can edit that pretty much on my own, and and I'll even sprinkle some of my own bits in there if I if it's like, if I think it'd be funny if you said this, or maybe I'll film one of my own little segments here and think, but I really wasn't going to show my face. I really wasn't planning to put much, my name on it, really. I just kind of thought it'd just be a fun thing to do, and I wanted to throw myself into a creative thing. I always like to do that, so I just said sure. But then as it went on, it was like, okay, maybe this might be I really wanted to make it good, and maybe I'll add a few more segments to it, maybe more than I intended, and I had more ideas for it. And then they tweeted out, okay, we're doing an E3 show brought to you by Mega 64. And I actually emailed them like, oh, I didn't say this was going to be a Mega 64 video because I don't know who here can get involved. We're all busy with a lot of different stuff. I was just going to do this myself. But then once that happened, it was kind of like, you know what, though? If they are saying it, let's throw a little bit more of our flavor in it, take this as an opportunity to, maybe we will show our face and throw a few more bits in. So we did. As soon as they did that, we were like, okay, let's have Derek and Sean in the game show bit. I showed myself as the, what was it, Maximum Jeff, the pro gamer. And yeah, put those segments in, and then, yeah, it was, a lot of it was just, I always like to do things just, like with my personal channel, a lot of the written sketches and stuff that I did on there they're just like impulse things that come to mind, either in a dream or just like I'm taking a shower and oh yeah, that, So I like to have those things in because I feel like they're really, they feel like a little more guttural and just weird. I don't know how to describe it, but like the bookend segments at the beginning and the end of the limited run thing, that was just like something I kind of saw when I was like half asleep. It was like I kept seeing this really dark kind of black and white scene. It was really grainy and someone was digging for something, and then it was like, oh, it was one of their physical games, and so that was one. And then like the part with the limited run lounge, I had a dream where I was in like a big empty room, and I kept seeing like a pulsing thing in a corner where it's like, is there something like with a cloak? Is that someone with a cloak on or something? And they were just kind of like wobbling in the corner. And I think that was something from Final Fantasy VII. Do you remember like going into a building in Midgar, and it was like one of the I hope I'm not giving any FF7 stuff away, but it was one of the Sephiroth clones, and it kind of wasn't a great sprite. It was just kind of like a pulsing thing, like a in the corner. I always thought that was kind of freaky, and I think that was what was in my dreams. I saw that in a corner. I was trying to talk to it, and it just kept making almost like tiger noises, like and so that's why that's in there. It was just like, that's just stuff that came to me in a dream. I really love stuff from dreams and these kind of half thought out kind of things, and that's really what a lot of cosplayers is. It's just impulse. The cosplayers videos are just things that, like, I'll look at a clip of footage 1,000 times and then I'll have a dream about that. And like, oh, this guy tells me, I see this clip of an old guy. He says, I have a message from another time. Oh, that's got to go in the video. Like, that was, Anyway, sorry to ramble on and on and on about that. I apologize. But I just, my main goal with the limited run thing was all the cliches from E3 presentations that make me cringe. That was the whole concept. Was I make a list of every single bit that makes me cringe. They can't get the teleprompter right. The person's muted. Literally anything that was on the list went in there. They show off a car that has nothing to do with anything. An influencer cannot read the teleprompter. Someone shows an AR demo for something that doesn't go anywhere. And the product never comes out. Augmented reality stage, all these things that are just cringe. Those, and my priority was those, and just get to the fucking games. Cut the bullshit. People are here to see the games. Show the games. Just get to it. I wanted to do all these bits, but I didn't want to, it's like, okay, yeah, oh, we're going to show this. Yeah, oh, I'm on the verge of piss-pantsing myself. Game. Instead of, like, doing these, like, 8-minute bits that just go on and on and on. Oh, we've got this sardonic take on the game industry, and here's a whole 20-minute segment on that. It's like, just announce something, and so that was my main goal. Maximum cringe and get to the game. So I had a lot of fun doing that. If they want to do it next year, it would be awesome. Those guys are amazing. They never gave me one note. That ran the way it was edited. That was it. Except there were, to the last minute, there were games being switched in and out that, this isn't going to happen. Oh, that got canceled. Oh, that. So I give those guys a tremendous amount of credit because they were dealing with, licensing this and dealing with that up until the last second. They were running a gauntlet until E3, right up until the last minute. So that stuff got changed around, but the creative side of it, the stuff that I did, was 100% like they were hands off. And I give them so much credit for that. I hope that they liked it. I hope that they weren't like, ooh, well, we said he could do whatever. So, so I hope that they did. I hope that you guys did. But I had a blast working on that. And yeah, it was cool. It was a crazy experience, but it was a lot of fun. Okay. Let me see what else is happening in the chat. Sorry that I rambled on and on about that. You guys are probably like, all right, we get it. Have I tried some VR? Yeah, I play, and what did you enjoy the most? I still play Rez, like once a month for the past, when did PSVR come out? I've played Res like every day since that. No, not every day, but a lot. What limited run game are you most excited for? I'm stoked for Rondo of Blood. Dude, that Rondo of Blood thing was dope. That was the thing when they first told me about. I was like, "Oh, okay, oh, you're not playing around." The fact that there is a new game being released for the Turbo Duo is unbelievable. And I don't think people realize this. They're not doing some, middle ground kind of like, it doesn't say Turbo Duo on the case, but it will play on there, and we change the logos around so that they kind of like dance around. What am I trying to say? It's like they don't license every bit of it, every step of it. They maybe have to rename something or whatever. None of that is happening. It is a full-blown release for Turbo Duo. It's not, they're not dancing around any of the brand names or any of that. It's fully going to have everything as if it had been released back then. Like, they really are doing an incredible job. Are all the announced games getting physical? As far as I know, again, I'm not limited run, but as far as I know. Do I collect any vinyls? Yeah, I get vinyls when... Actually, I just got a new... I have a package I haven't opened from Third Man Records downstairs. But I like to order... They have those like vault packages and stuff like that, where they release a bunch of like rare vinyl and goodies with it and stuff for some of the bands on Third Man Records. So I really like those. But, I pretty much only buy vinyl when it's like a special edition thing. Like, oh, they're doing a fancy soundtrack for this. Okay, I'll get that. I don't buy like every album on it or anything, but when it's like a fancy deal, that's what I like to do. Do you collect or watch Criterion Collection movies? Yeah, I don't have all of them, but yeah, I have a bunch, and I went ham on that sale last year when they did the Criterion sale last year. I think last year with everything that was happening, I really wanted to make sure I supported the companies that I wanted to thrive. You know what I mean? Especially with home entertainment stuff, physical. Because I felt like last year, it's weird. I remember a lot of people thinking like, well, this could be a good year for physical media because people are stuck at home, so they're going to buy all these things. And I was like, no, bro, dude, they all got like, they can just wake up and stream stuff all day. Like, they're not perusing a store for stuff. They're just going on and streaming. So from what I understand, I think physical disc movies and stuff I think it took a shit last year. I think it was bad. And so I wanted to support as much as I could. I ordered a lot of stuff from Shout Factory, and I ordered a lot of Criterion stuff. And so I got a bunch of stuff that I had either seen a long time ago and not since, or just, like Breakfast Club. I've seen it a million times, but I wanted to get the Criterion. I wanted to get, I bought Parasite again, I think. I bought Portrait of a Lady on Fire because I had only seen that once, like streamed on Hulu, and I loved it, so I wanted to get that. I got Being John Malkovich. I've never seen that. Pick that up. I saw The Last Emperor when I was a real little kid, and I barely remember it, but I know I cried. I don't know why I saw that as a kid. Where was it? Where was I? I don't know. But I watched it and I cried a lot. I've always been... maybe this is too much information. And no one needs to know this. But, yeah, the mouse part. I remember the mouse part. Right? He throws a mouse. Anyway. I have always been affected by... I don't know what it is. Everybody has their things that set them off. Like emotionally or whatever. I don't know what it is for me, I get really set off by things that illustrate the passage of time. Meaning, someone showing me like their childhood photos, like maybe it's somebody that, I know really well, and then they show me childhood photos. There's something heavy to me about time, or about seeing the legacy of a person. You know what I mean? That's what, well, I should say, like, that's what pops into my head when they show me like a childhood photo. I think like, wow, here you are now, and here's you then, and it's like, look how far you've come. I mean, not even how far you've come, like, oh, in your career or whatever, but like, I don't know, like, here's where you started and here's where you are. And for some reason, there's like a heavy thing to that. And so odds are, if you hand me photos like that, like, here's my childhood photos, here's whatever, I will cry. I'm not joking. People will send me like, isn't it fun to look at these old photos? Yeah, it's fun. And they'll hand them to me and I'll be like, it's really fun. I am having a lot of fun. I don't know what it is. It sets me off. Even thinking about it right now, I'm starting to get like, whatever. That really gets me. And people in the chat are bringing up Boyhood, the movie Boyhood. Yeah, that movie, that movie annihilated me. That movie killed me. It was seeing who they became, seeing a kid in one part, and then like as an adult, he kind of like talks about the things he realized over those years. And it's just like, oh no, I can't handle it. You say maybe it reminds me of my childhood, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not someone who really like longs for my childhood or like, oh no, I wish I don't like to dwell on my childhood. I love my life now. I really do. So I don't feel like I lost something, or I'm longing for something. No, I think it's just, for some reason, I think time is heavy to me. And seeing, I think I'm someone who sees people as like if I meet someone now, they're my age or whatever, I still kind of see the kid in them a little bit, though, maybe. It's like we all start as kind of this innocent thing, and then things change us. Our own experiences change us, and there's something heavy about that, like that you're molded by what's happened to you. And I don't know, there's something heavy about like what the years do to a person, and it's heavy to me. I don't know. It makes me like, I don't know. It's crazy. I see you. When I see a picture of myself, even as a kid, I think like, did you become who you thought you would be, or did you, I don't know. I don't know. It's just like a heavy thought to me. Anyway, I'm going on too long about that too. I tend to ramble a little bit, so I'm sorry. But yeah, that's always been a heavy thing to me. And so, getting back to The Last Emperor, that movie, I think, was one where, again, as a kid, I was like crying, because I think seeing this guy grow was like a heavy, heavy thought to me. And I never realized that a movie could do that. Like, hey, here's the same character, but he'll be a different actor throughout the movie as he gets older. You know what I mean? Like, I'd never seen that in a movie at that age, personally. I thought that was cool. Yeah, Faye Valentine's VHS tape in Cowboy Bebop. If you guys have seen that, yeah, that boom, that scene hit. Have I ever seen Seven Samurai? Yeah. It's great. It's fantastic. It's like 4 hours and it just flies by. Well, it flew by to me. I mean, it still is long, but it's paced so well. It's paced so well. Let's take a call on Discord. Are there people on Discord? I don't even know if there's anyone to talk to on here, to be honest. Jump in on our Discord and give us a call if you can. Yeah, Flight of the Navigator. That's a good one, too. Yeah, I saw that as a kid, and it destroyed me as well. I got Discord ready. If anybody wants to like jump in on that and do a call, please do. I'll answer some more questions in the meantime. Yeah, Lion King did get to me as a kid. I loved Lion King. That was one of my favorites. Uh-huh. Where was it? Damn, I saw other stuff, and now I can't. How do I feel about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? It was good. I liked it. King of Bunnies, thank you for your sub very much. Rocco, what's the next DB figure art you're looking forward to? You know what? They just announced some Comic-Con exclusives. Well, they would have been Comic-Con exclusives if there was a Comic-Con. But, let me see if I can find this here. See if I can show it. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to try to pop this in here. Wait, will it happen? Can I not drag this in here? Really? I can't? What? Come on, man. I got this pop-out chat window, and I'm trying to... Well, here, let me see if I can just show it on here. No, it's not showing it. Damn. Okay. That's not what I wanted to show. But anyway, there's an image of... I really can't... I'll just show you on my damn phone. Damn it. But they showed... It looks like it's just like some repaints. I mean, normally that's what the Comic-Con exclusives are. But they're doing... I don't know if you could see that. They're doing a new Super Saiyan God. It looks like Whis and Beerus and then Nappa. And I think they're all like colored different. Like they put a different I think they put a different color on them, or like, you know, maybe did a little more vivid kind of paint job. But anyway, I'm stoked because Whis was one that I bailed on before. I never got it, but now they're going to make that available again. And I guess it's like heavily bootlegged. You can't find a legit one. So that's good. The rest of them, yeah, they just look like repaints. I love Nappa, though. I want to know what they're doing. See, what I was hoping for, I was hoping with Nappa, they would make like a Comic-Con exclusive of him that was fried up. You know, so when they fight in the Saiyan Saga, remember he gets like his armor all broken up and he's all like dirty and like... I was hoping that would be the exclusive. They would like dirty him up, but they didn't. It just looks like maybe a more saturated kind of paint job, but I don't know. I love Nappa though. Maybe I'll get it anyway. I love that character. I always like the side characters a lot. Oh, get my lighting back here. Okay. I don't know if like I don't have Discord working correctly or what. I'm not seeing anything happening in here. Like it looks like it's like not frozen, but like frozen in time. I think we had I don't know if we set this up weird or what. I don't really understand. Was I a Hot Topic or Spencer's Gifts kid? Spencer's Gifts kid. Definitely Hot Topic. Hot Topic had DBZ shirts. They had Rurouni Kenshin shirts. They had anime. Spencer's Gifts had like toy penises or like, you know, instead of Subway, it says Swagway. You know, like that was not for me. But they did. Oh, you know what? Those Spencer's Gifts did get the NECA Resident Evil 4 figures. There was a point where I couldn't find those anywhere, and they had them all there. So that was kind of cool. I'm going to try to take a call. Shane? You guys let me know if this works or not. Shane, are you there? Can you hear me, Shane? Give me just 1 second. Shane, bear with me. I'm going to try to check. Bear with me, guys. 1 second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you. I could hear you. I don't know if it's on the stream or on Discord.
Okay. Can everyone else hear that? I think I fixed it. Okay. All right. Shane, you're there. What's up? Shane, did you have a comment or question?
Yeah.
They can't see you. By the way, they can only hear you. So if you want to get all loose, you can make all kinds of faces and stuff. That's up to you, but they can hear you.
Okay. So, do you remember back? I think it was a few months ago. They announced that Disneyland Forward thing.
They announced a what?
The Disneyland Forward. Disneyland Forward.
Walt Disney's bowels? What did you say? Sorry, it's a little quiet over here. Say it one more time.
Disneyland Forward.
Disneyland Forward. Yeah. By the way, thank you, Zisso Diver, for your sub. Disneyland Forward. Okay. Yeah. And what was that all about?
That was when they said that they were gonna demolish all of downtown Disney and get rid of the hotel to make an annex to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you think about that? Do you think that that's ever going to happen, or that's just like a Disney thing? They're just trying to make people.
Yeah. So Disney wanted to ask for all this property. Disneyland Forward was a pitch to the city, like, hey, if you go for this package, look at what we can do with all this land here. It was a lot of potentials. It could be a theme park expansion. It could be theaters. It could be this awesome Indiana Jones themed bar. It could be, it was a lot of could be this, could be that. Yeah, I mean, for me, this is just my take on it. It's not like, I love Disney so much. I hope they get, whatever. I recognize they're a big corporation, all that stuff. Do you necessarily want a big corporation to basically control a certain city? Well, that's probably not the best idea, but I also like to call it what it is. Anaheim is pretty much Disney's town. And so I feel like, and honestly, I feel like a lot of the people there want it to expand because, there's a lot more jobs and a lot more fun stuff too. I mean, that's good. I don't know. I just kind of feel like they're probably going to get their way because I feel like who's in Anaheim that's like, wait, Disneyland wants to, it's like they kind of know the score, I feel like, when they're there. I mean, anybody who lives there, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like if you're in Anaheim, Disneyland's a big force in it. So, whether there's a little bit more or not, I don't feel like that changes that much, other than a few more things to do and a lot more jobs. So I feel like it's not bad, but I don't know. Maybe other people have another point that I'm not really considering. But I think it will happen. I just can't see people going no, screw this. I think people want to see what they're going to do with it. I just think it's going to take a long time because I don't think any of that was set in stone. When they showed all those plans, I think that was a lot of pie in the sky stuff. We'll see it in the next decade. That's what I think.
And it was funny. A lot of the stuff in there was totally drag and drop from other parks. There was if you looked at the map they showed, it was just exact copy of Pandora.
Yeah.
And the Everest.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of just rhetorical things in there. So, but I think it will happen. I just think it'll take a long time. I just feel like most people in Anaheim, they already know our thing is Disneyland here. Yeah, do it. I don't think anyone's going to be no, screw that. I could be wrong.
I think that would be cool though. But then when you see what they're doing with California, with California Adventure with Adventureland, how they didn't even open it with one of the rides. It's Like, who believes that they're going to build something that massive again?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing that's kind of upsetting right now is that they're kind of we're in a weird spot where it's like, do we commit to building crazy big stuff, or is that not the investment right now? No one knows the direction of anything, but I just feel like, with if the world's opening back up, people are going to be excited to do stuff. So why wouldn't you build as much as you could? I don't know.
That's how they completely screwed up Epcot, where like they announced all these big plans to like reconstruct the whole park and like demolish the entire center of it.
Yeah.
And then the world ended in March.
Yeah.
And they had to like just leave it, like the whole park's like a big hole.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Also, has anybody seen the barges that they've added to the lagoon in Epcot? Like, they have a new nighttime show that they're doing that has like all this water, it's like a big water show and stuff. And they added all these big barges that spray water and stuff like that to the lagoon, but it's ruined the lagoon. Like, it looks like a fucking Final Fantasy boss made out of erector set pieces. Like, I don't know how to describe. Let me see if I can.
It looks like a Stargate.
It looks like a star. Yeah, except 10 times bigger and uglier. Oh my god. Let's see. Epcot.
Yeah, like before you could like look over the lake and you saw like different like a building from like 13 countries around the world.
Yeah, it's a great view.
And there's these giant metal arms.
Now, I wanted to see if I could show it, but I don't know if I can here.
Oh yeah, and it's also really clear one of the things that like they were going to like they demolished one of these like symmetrical buildings in the middle of the park to put like a festival center there to have views of this new show.
Yeah.
And then immediately when they had to close like every park in the world, like, okay, we're not building that.
Yeah, they canceled all that. Oh man. I'm still getting the hang of this. I wanted to show an image of it, but I don't know if I can. Yeah, this is a good image here. I have a good image here. Can everyone see that? So now this is the lagoon. When you look out on the lagoon, you used to be able to see all the nations around this great body of water, and now those are there. Now it's like the Stargate and its two, massive ass cheeks or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, that's really bad. And I hear it's worse in person. What's that?
It looks like they're setting up for a music festival.
It really does, and it's like, oh, okay, so is this going to be gone over the weekend? No, this is a permanent show. Oh, it's bad. That looks terrible. I don't think that's worth any nighttime show, even if it's like a great show. I don't think it's worth it. And what really sucks is there's definitely like I understand like there's people who have a real love for Disney stuff and all that, but you have to be able to also criticize what they could do better. Otherwise, they'll never do anything good. And there's so many people dying on this hill. There's people on Twitter that are like, I love these barges. I love them. I love it. I like to look at the little robotic parts and the water squirters. And it's like, yeah, guys, like, don't die on this hill. Like, come on.
They're definitely like, as far as just like with like atmospheric things like that, like with the sight lines, it's like it's gone so far from like when they built Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Like they painted it a certain color so it would blend in with the Morocco Pavilion and Epcot when you saw it in the distance.
Yeah.
So then like literally just a sight line to look at the pavilion itself is completely blocked by the Stargate.
Yeah, it's really bad. Now I think they have people in charge now that have forgotten all that stuff, but I think I'm not negative. I think it's all cyclical. I think right now you're going through a phase of people who don't know or care about any of this stuff. And people will eventually speak up long enough that Disney won't look cool anymore. And then people will go other places and then it'll be like, no, we remember. I mean, it's all happened before, in the 90s and early 2000s, they forgot a lot of what made their parks cool. And then in 2005, they had the 50th anniversary at Disneyland where it was all a celebration of like, here's all the cool old stuff that like we had and like how amazing was this? And it brought a lot of people back in. And now that's where we're at now. I feel like after 15 years plus, now there's, we're in this full swing of people love these theme parks, and we're going to hit another period of like, wow, they made them suck. And then they'll crawl out of that. I think it's cyclical, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what they do for the new fireworks show in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
because because like they're gonna have the projections on Main Street like they did like they do in Disneyland.
Yeah.
But like I think like right now what they're doing is like they're seeing like how much stuff they can stop giving away for free.
Yeah.
Well, not for free because you're already paying for it, but like how many services they can remove while still making things more expensive.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like now like they're like the rumor is that like when they bring back Fast Pass in Disney World, you're gonna have to pay for it. At the end of the year, they're gonna get rid of the bus that like takes all your just takes you right to the resort.
Yeah.
That was free for like 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, at Disneyland, it's pretty much all back open here in California, but the trams are still not back in the parking. Like, yeah, park in the structure. Okay, now just walk 2 miles and you'll be at the gate. It's like, are you being serious? Like, I understand that being gone for a minute, but yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyway, but thank you for your call. I think things are going to be cyclical. And hopefully by the time that all that new development opens in California, we'll be back to good stuff.
Yeah, totally. Hopefully.
All right. Well, thank you for your call.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. Have a good night.
Oops, cut him off a little early, but I think he said have a good night. Okay. Has Mega 6420 merch shipped or shipping soon? We got all of the items pretty much except for the tie-dye ones. For some reason, we were told the place that we have doing that for us said like, yeah, it'll take about 30 days. Which we said when we put up the pre-orders, like, okay, it'll take about, I think I said 4 or 5 weeks even. So, gave a little wiggle room. But yeah, it's like, bro, it's been like 2 months. Like, can we get that? But I've been told we'll have them, or it'll be all done at least 1 week from today. That's the latest I've been told. It might be sooner, but it won't be later, is what I've been told. How's the summer heat where you're at? I've been cracking up because, well, not cracking up. I honestly feel really bad, but I'm cracking up too. I keep going on Twitter and seeing like, oh my God, I can't go outside. I cannot. It's the world. It's so scorching hot. I can't even breathe. I can't do this. I can't do that. And it's so funny because I feel like here in Southern California, we're kind of usually the first to get hot weather, or usually the first to get, whatever. It's been like wonderful here. It's been like cloudy and gloomy. And I have not seen one other place like that on the map. It's been like, Ryan's in Oregon and it was 115 and 107 today. I don't know what is going on, but here in California, it's like perfectly nice. It's been wonderful. And I'm like, how did this happen? And somebody showed a map online where it was like all the temperatures down California. And sure enough, it's like 110, 108, 112, 60, 112, 112, 110. It was like San Diego said, nope. It's like, what happened there? Anyway. Okay, Discord is still open if anybody wants to call on there. Again, I don't know if we're doing the waiting room thing or if people just... Yeah, you basically... It's almost like you call in, use it like a DM, and then I answer it, I guess. Let's see here. Portland hit 117. I cannot believe that. Did I get the Hamtaro Nendoroid? Oh my God, I need to. dude, Nendoroid Hamtaro. I forgot they were doing that. I need to pick that up. Absolutely. Whoops. You still hear me? Anytime I touch this microphone, I feel like it's all going to fall apart. NECA just revealed the boys figures. I think those have been out. I don't think those were just revealed. I think those have been out for a while, as far as I know. How excited am I about the new Ava movie coming to Amazon? Oh my God. 3.0 plus 1.0 is coming to Amazon Prime. I'm so excited about that. And I was thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of watching it, like, for the first time. I want to have, like, dude, I want to, like, rent a theater. So are they going to play it in theaters? They should. Damn it. But maybe we'll play it, like, project it or something in our studio really big or something. I don't know. I want to do something fun for it. But Amazon Prime movies can be streamed on Twitch. So I was thinking, like, we should do a party and, like, all watch it together or something. I don't know about the first time. I kind of want to see the first time, like, you know, locked in. But it might be fun. It is free with Amazon Prime. It's not a rental or any of that. It is an Amazon licensed thing. Like, it's a Prime movie. You don't have to pay. If you have Amazon Prime, you don't have to pay for it. Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. But anyway, they're putting up the other 3 Rebuild movies too. We should watch them all. Let's stream them all. I think that'd be a blast. Maybe we should do that soon. We have about a month. All right, let's talk to Persona Non Grata on Discord. Hello, Persona Non Grata. Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man? So, just wanted to, I don't know if you saw, they had a Clifford the Big Red Dog trailer. Did you get a chance to check that out?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I saw that.
So, I don't know if you saw it. Twitter immediately went nuts about it. Everybody was complaining about how bad Clifford looked.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody say that it looked like a commercial for anxiety medication.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
Well, I kind of think this is almost become a new strategy now, where they like slap together a trailer with some kind of janky looking CGI, just to gauge how people are gonna feel about it, whether or not they want it, to kind of draw reaction, almost like Sonic unintentionally did. I think that's being used as a blueprint now for films to say, like, hey, let's kind of put the line in the water and see what's going on out there. It looks weird, but I don't think it looks as terrible as everybody is thinking, as everybody's saying it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what studio's making that, but it doesn't look so bad that it hits that uncanny valley level.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have that much thought about Clifford the Big Red Dog at this point. So
yeah,
I think that's kind of where I sit with it. Like, everybody had a really strong opinion, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. Is like I don't know if anybody's itching for a Clifford the Big Red Dog movie.
Yeah.
But it was such an odd choice that just kind of came out of nowhere. That it almost feels like the same thing that you were saying about how, you know, there's this whole industry of farming anger from old people about things that no one else really cares about.
Yeah, maybe it gets more attention.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, maybe it gets more attention doing it that way as opposed to, you know, have it be really cute, you know, and look like the artwork. Well, then nobody has anything to yell about.
Yeah, I feel like if they just released a trailer that was just Clifford the Big Red Dog and it looked fine, I don't think anyone would have cared. I think everybody would have been like, oh, okay, Clifford would be great.
Yeah, Maybe you're onto something.
I feel like they did the same thing with Space Jam, where they announced it and everyone immediately got angry without knowing what anything was.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty interesting what you said about the Disneyland stuff, where people freak out over something that's just actual maintenance.
Yeah.
It seems like this has become a new thing that they do now, where they just try to say what's old, what can we. Same thing with the all the articles coming out about how terrible the old Willy Wonka movie is.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think anybody actually thinks this. I think you just want people to get mad at you and tell you how wrong you are.
Yeah, the outrage economy. Yeah, because I think you see it weaving in and out of a lot of stuff. Something that I keep seeing going viral on Facebook is these videos where it's like, we found an even better way to make spaghetti, and it's like a woman dumping noodles on her like kitchen tile, and then putting meat sauce on her kitchen counter and then slapping the things on there. No one really thinks that that's a way to make spaghetti, but it gets people. It's like, what are they doing? Oh, white people have gone too far. Oh, like kind of thing. It always gets or they call her Karen. Karen has gone too far, and it's like, that has nothing to do with it. They just knew this would rile you up, That's what.
You gotta farm that engagement somehow.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess that's the easiest way to do it, is to just say like, oh, look at the way you've been making this is so wrong. Here's the real way to make it.
Yeah. So maybe I don't know. Maybe is the movie industry going through the bait cycle too? I don't know. That's a good question. But I also think sometimes the simplest answer is often the right one, where it's like they're just trying to make a Clifford movie.
Yeah. I always feel bad for a lot of these artists that work hard on something and then it hits the internet, and it's so easy for people to say like, oh, this is trash. I'm not gonna see this. This is horrible. How could they?
Yeah.
But it's like that. There's a lot of people, man, that spend a lot of their time working on this stuff, and I don't think they get enough credit.
Yeah. That's why I'm a little more forgiving on some corny movies sometimes. It's just because I know I really do give movies a lot of credit when I see it and I go, wow, despite the odds, you got that made. Even if it's not, it's like, okay, that wasn't written that great, or that didn't come together, or whatever. I'm more forgiving when I'm like, whoa, you did that and you didn't get shut down. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same way about the newer Mortal Kombat movie. I saw everybody ripping that thing apart. I thought it was genuinely entertaining.
I had a good time. I mean, I went into it. I never liked Mortal Kombat, but I went into that like, oh god, and I had a great time. I'm not gonna say that was like ambitious, but the fact that I don't know, like they're still doing it. I don't know. I had a good time. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, there were some moments, some nudges to the audience, like, you know what that is, but all in all, I was like, better than the original Mortal Kombat movie, I think.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that, so I can't comment on that. But
yeah, I would give it a miss. You saw the good one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for your call.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to say, I had the girlfriend get me the Blue Cat Death is Certain variant and the flight jacket a while ago for the birthday, and I have quite a few of your shirts, but I get more compliments on both that jacket and that shirt than anything else.
Oh wow! Well, thank you.
People love it.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah, people love it. So keep it up. You guys are crushing it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
I appreciate that. By the way, if you want to pick up some stuff, you like our streams, you like what we do, whatever, shop.mega64.com. Check that out. Tomorrow we are restocking a couple things we haven't had in a while. The Is She Nice shirt is being reprinted, but we also have the 64 beanie, the black beanie with the Olympic style logo. That's being restocked. That was an event item from the beginning of this year, and we finally just restocked it into our store. It's going up tomorrow. So if you want either of those, go get it tomorrow. Okay. Silver Runner is calling in. Silver Runner.
Oh, what's up, Rocco?
Yo, how's it going?
Sorry, I was hearing the delay. I'm watching you guys' stream on here. Holy shit! This is weird. Meeting you, hearing you, and like actually talking to you. Sorry, I'm a frazzled right now. I know your reputation online. It's kind of weird, but no, man. I've recently found you guys. I called in to poorly played a bit. Garrett's awesome. Found you guys through RT. You guys are a bunch of idiots who yell about video games, and that's my sense of humor. So.
Wow.
I didn't really come in with like an idea. I just thought like, hey, it seems fun to like call in. In terms, I actually do have a question in mind, and I'm curious. Okay. It's a bit of a bummery question, but it's kind of serious. Would that be okay to ask?
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll tell you after the fact.
So I was a Rooster Teeth fan for a while, and the last year has been rough for the fan base and the company. I'm curious. Do you think Adam Kovic's career could ever recover, or do you think he's blacklisted himself forever from the internet? Because what he did was clearly shitty, and everybody in his personally knows him, has the right to take the relation whatever way. Like, if no one from FH wants to be friends with him anymore, that's reasonable. He was justifiably fired. But for me, being a fan of these guys for a good while, not like extremely, like to the extent of like discussing their exploits on like the subreddit, but like being around them, I thought he was really funny, and what he did was clearly shitty.
Yeah, I voted no. Thank you though for your call, Silver Runner. I appreciate that. Let's talk to. Thank you for your call, but that was going on, and I had to put a stop to it. Hello? M-Hack?
Oh, okay. I guess the stream was still catching up. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. I'm glad I got through.
Do you want to elaborate on the previous call, or do you have your own direction you want to take?
I have my own direction. I think I was like halfway through the call with Twitch catching up, and I didn't actually something about some group called FHers Funhouse.
Yeah.
I have no context or opinion.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it, folks.
I have something else that I'm interested in asking you.
Okay.
So, me and my partner, we're watching Twin Peaks: The Return right now.
Yeah.
And we're like 2 episodes away from finishing. And something I was thinking about, like after this, I really want to, especially now that Thrice Upon a Time is coming out, I really want to watch the original Evangelion and the rebuilds.
Yeah.
My question for you is, which do you think is the harder series to parse? Which do you think is the one that takes more, like, because I'm thinking about it, it's like Ava's got some like head scratchers on it, but I don't feel like it's as deliberately obtuse as David Lynch is with Twin Peaks. What is your read on that?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think Ava will fuck up someone's day a little bit more because it's so can sometimes be a little more in your face. But Twin Peaks: The Return, people might not. At least Ava, it might be like, whoa, this is all over the place, but it does feel like it has like payoffs still. Whereas Twin Peaks: The Return, I do think there are people who might not be like on that same track, and they watch it and go like, how is this paying off in any way?
Yeah, David is not interested in paying things off. He's just interested in doing what he wants to do.
Yeah. So I think that's harder for people. I think people would rather have a fucked up time as long as things are happening, more so than like maybe this quiet thing that you don't really know what it's saying to you. I think people have trouble being patient. And I think it requires more patience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I think it is.
That was really.
I think that answers the last call too. You know, it's more. I don't know. No, that's not true. But anyway,
that's really all I had. Thanks for picking up.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the call.
Have a good night.
Have a good one. Okay, let's talk to Millie. Millie, you there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Did you have a comment or a question or what or something?
I actually kind of wanted to elaborate on that previous call.
Okay.
The Ava versus the Twin Peaks thing.
Yeah.
Because I started watching Twin Peaks for the first time like ever. I started it last summer and I loved it.
Oh, cool.
I watched both season 1 and 2 and they were fantastic. And
awesome.
watched the movie. I watched Fire Walk with Me about a couple weeks ago. Oh boy. That
that's
shocked
something.
me. Like I did not expect it to take that turn. So I heard that season 3 kind of elaborates on the feeling that Fire Walk with Me kind of had. And I was wondering if, for someone who's like a first-time fan, would it be recommended to keep going on to season 3? Because I'm kind of like antsy to continue.
Yeah.
I loved the universe so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would. It's not as like abrasive to get through like the movie. I mean, I like the movie, but it's hard. Like that's a rough movie.
It was oh my god. I had to sleep with the nightlight on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The movie I think is actually like really scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new season I think it was great and had a lot of creepy things in it. Not necessarily like, oh man, this is terrifying.
Yeah.
But in the moment at least, but there's stuff that like stayed in my brain for a long time after. It was just like, whoa. Like I don't know. It's cool. So yeah, I mean that's an easy question. Yeah, absolutely. Check it out.
For real. Yeah, because I keep seeing like vague spoilers for like season 3 and I'm just like, I think I just need to watch this.
Yeah. Oh no, you should. It's worth it.
That ruins it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That show that the third season is my favorite thing out of all of it. So that's just me.
Yeah, I love the weird vibe. I love like the weird supernatural stuff that goes on in Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot. I think the reason why I could like really like I got really attached to Twin Peaks is because it reminds me a lot of like some other shows, like the directorial style.
Yes.
It reminds me a lot of like animes that I've watched before. Particularly stuff by like what was it? Kunihiko Ikuhara. He's like a director that's like really inspired by like Lynch and stuff. So it felt like I was watching something familiar.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And so many people have lifted from David Lynch for sure. But but he really creates a vibe and of course he directs every episode of the third season, so it's even further down that rabbit hole, and that's why I loved it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wanted to hear like, because you're kind of like, I wouldn't say the authority, but you're definitely like a lot more knowledgeable about Twin Peaks than anyone else I know.
Thank you.
I don't know many people who've watched it.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I wouldn't call myself an authority at all, but from just one fan to another, check it out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Your tweets have kind of pushed me towards getting into it. And
there's one thing I tweet about all the time. There's one episode. I'm really not joking. There's one episode of the third season that inspired me so much creatively, where not even in the sense of like, oh, I have to make this or I want to make that. It was it's kind of what I was talking about a minute ago when I get really blown away when someone can kind of push something through. Like no one said no to you making this. That's so cool, you know. And there's one episode of this latest season that I couldn't believe it aired on TV. It was it just broke every rule of television. And I don't even know if you'll like it, but it was just like there's nothing that you should have been able to do here, and you did it all. Like it lit a fire in me where I was just like, I want to make creative stuff more and more and more and more. Like I love it. So if for nothing else, you should watch it for that. You'll know when you get to it too. You're not going to be like, oh, was that the episode? You might keep asking that, and then you'll hit that one, and you'll go, oh no, that's it. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I really like. I think you mentioned this in a podcast a long time ago, where you and Derek were talking about movies, and you explained how you liked movies that kind of had a more like abstract concept to them because you felt like you can relate to them more. And that's exactly how I feel about stuff like that. I feel like the weirder, the more bizarre it gets, the more that I feel like I can attach myself to it.
Yeah.
Because I like processing feelings through a weird abstract lens like that.
Yeah, and I feel like I get more out of it when it's more about the emotional side of it than necessarily like here's how all this works and it follows these rules and what I don't know. I kind of feel like I get more out of it when it goes by its feelings more than that. I don't know. And David Lynch definitely does that with his stuff, I think.
I know, for sure, if I ever get to finishing season 3, if we even get to start it, I kind of want to watch his other movies as well. Because I enjoyed Twin Peaks
it's worth
so
it.
much.
There's some I don't care for, and there's some I really love. So
yeah,
you'll if you're into this, you'll probably really love Mulholland Drive if you never saw that.
Okay.
That's a good ass movie. You're gonna like that. You have my guarantee on that. But
I actually have just one more thing I would like to talk about. So recently, my close friends and I, we did a date trip down to San Diego. And we're just kind of curious as to what really is there to do, because we went to Balboa Park and all the museums were closed, so there was nothing to do.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you had any go-to places, any suggestions.
Yeah, I mean those. I think those are opening back up.
Yeah.
So when they're open, I would go to that, but
I know, it was so weird to go to all the places and be like, I saw that in a Mega 64 video.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, those places are awesome. The San Diego Zoo is unparalleled. We have a really famous zoo. So I would really recommend that. The beaches here are awesome. And then, when you go to the beach here, you go to Mission Beach, there's a whole connected, almost not a theme park, but
oh yeah,
there's stuff like that in Belmont Park, they call it.
Belmont Park. Okay.
There's a lot of fun stuff there. And then that's about 50% of it, and then the other 50% is the Mexican food and burritos. That you go to stop by Lucha Libre and get a burrito or something. You got to do that.
That's true.
But
it's I think for us it's less about food because we're from the OC, so it's a lot of the stuff down there is similar to what we have up here. So we're kind of looking for more scenic stuff, really.
Sure.
We went to La Jolla and we kind of liked it, but it was kind of crowded too.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you though, I got to draw the line here, and maybe this will be controversial. Maybe you're not going to be happy to hear this, but our Mexican food is still very different than Orange County, and I'm going to draw the line right there.
Oh yeah, no.
Because let me tell you, I went to Orange County once, or I don't remember what exact area, but I went to a Mexican food place, and there was a sign on the wall that said, California burrito. We put the French fries in the burrito. Yeah, you heard me. And I was like, you're acting like this is so bold. We had this for decades, bro. So you know what? I'm just saying, try it out. I'm saying it's still worth the trip.
Yeah, so, I'll let my friends know about that then.
Yeah, there you go. Be tell your friends yo, you guys have been all cocky about putting the fries in the burrito. These guys invented it, and then I don't know.
No, yeah, I mean, I think I actually agree with you on that.
Okay, well there you go. That's the whole point of this call. I had to convince somebody, So anyway,
you've influenced us well enough.
Okay, well that's good to know. That's always good to hear. Well, thank you for
All
your
right.
call. Thanks a lot. And
Yeah, thank you
enjoy this nightmare of a show you have ahead of you in a good way. In a good way.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Take care. Bye. Okay, Ryan is calling in. We're gonna see what he has to say. But I'm gonna put down some rules right now. Ryan, can you hear me?
Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I wanna lay some ground rules right now.
Okay, go ahead.
I already know you're gonna bat for the old Mortal Kombat movie. I know. I don't know anyone that thinks the new one is better than the old one. I have no horse in that race. But I have no real interest in Mortal Kombat in general. So if this is going to become a Mortal Kombat,
wasn't calling in about that. Not calling in about that. You got my word on that one.
Well, I just want to cut you off in case a Mortal Kombat rant was coming. I just wanted to get in front of it.
No Mortal Kombat rants are coming, but I do want to say my call is related to Persona Non Grata's call about video game movies. You and I have had some dissenting opinions on one that I want to actually finally sit down and have a legitimate discussion with you about.
Okay.
And that is the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Oh no. Oh god.
I want to. You always say that, but you never tell me why. I want to go on a limb and just say I think it's a really fun movie.
I just thought it was. To me, it was just real cardboard. It just felt like it was going through the motions. You know, I don't have anything like bloodthirsty about it. I was just kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead. It just, I don't know. I didn't feel like it swung for anything. It was just kind of like, just there. I don't know. I wasn't mad. I was just like, all right.
Oh, because every time I've talked to you about it, you either hang up on me or you just like, go fuck yourself. So I thought you hated this thing.
Oh, no, I was just...
I think it's a really fun movie. I think, number one, Jake Gyllenhaal is good in everything. You cannot name me one bad thing that Jake Gyllenhaal has ever done. That man is flawless. What? No, Bubble Boy is a fun movie, dude.
You know what? I don't even know if I've seen it. I just looked at it and I was like, nah. But
I saw it in theaters.
Oh, okay. Well,
because it was at the Dollar Theater. But like, I don't know. He does a good job in it. It's a fucking just adventure movie. Ben Kingsley does a great job in it. Gemma Arterton does a great job in it. Alfred Molina does a great job in it. It is a fun movie. Is it the best thing ever made? Absolutely not. But is it a fun adventure with some cool time mechanics and Jake Gyllenhaal throwing daggers and shit? Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be against like revisiting it sometime, but I just, in my mind, I just kind of remember being like, all right. You know,
I think you should give it another chance with an open mind and just go in saying this is not going to be the greatest thing ever, but I'm going to just have a fun time watching Jake Gyllenhaal do fucking parkour.
Yeah.
And then time's going to rewind a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. There's some movies I have kind of blasé opinions on that a lot of times it's like, well, I didn't really give this a chance. The one that always makes me laugh is the Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. That was one.
Great movies.
That was one where it was like it was on like $5 movie night or something like that, and I went and saw it. It was after a long day. I was so tired, and that movie started, and he was talking about like his eyes or something, and I thought like, I'm not really enjoying this that much. It might be cool, but this was only $5, so I don't think it'd be wrong if I just took a nap. And I opened my eyes when it was like, aha, Moriarty credits. It was like, oh, I didn't even see any of that, so I don't have like a great opinion on it. I just, but in my mind it was like, yeah, it sucks, but it's like, well, you didn't really give it a chance,
Give those two a chance. I think once again, those are great fun movies because I like mystery novels and I like Sherlock Holmes. And it's just Robert Downey Jr. overacting in a good way. And then Jude Law's there to just be like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. And then they fight Mark Strong, who's like being the devil. I don't know. It's a fun movie, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it another chance. I again, that was not fair that I judged it off of the 35 seconds that I saw. So...
I mean, everybody's got a movie like that. To be fair, like until I went back a couple years ago, that was my thoughts on the Matrix. The Matrix Revolutions. Not because that movie is not good, but because when I saw that movie, do you remember when they premiered that movie? They did the whole everywhere around the globe it's going to come out at the same time.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying. I thought.
So for us on the West Coast, it was 6 a.m. was when it was coming out. So me and my friends are like, yo, let's get there at like midnight so we can get first in line so we can get the best seats and we'll stay up all night. And so we got there, we sat there all night talking about it, getting worried. And I got in that theater and I sat down and within 15 seconds, it's like, oh, I haven't slept all night. And I was out. And when I woke up, fucking Neo's fighting all these robots. And I'm like, what? Oh, fuck. And so I just, I was like, oh, the movie must not have been that good.
Yeah.
But of course I went back and watched it. And of course it is good.
Yeah.
So everyone's got movies like that.
That worldwide launch thing, I forgot. That's like the only movie I know that did that, and I feel like it kind of people don't talk about that enough. That they released that at the same time around the world, and it's so funny because you would think that they would have centered it where like the biggest markets had the best hours to see it, but the U.S. it was like on West Coast time it was like. Yeah, see it at 6 a.m. It was like, I'm sorry, what? And I remember bringing up, because me and like everybody I know here in San Diego, we all went and saw Reloaded the night it came out. And
me too.
It was the biggest deal. And then for the third one, I was so excited I couldn't even believe it. I felt like a lot of my friends kind of after Reloaded were like, I don't know. But they were still interested, still wanted to see the third one. And I talked to them all like, all right, it's going to be at 6 a.m. I couldn't get one person to do that. Everyone I talked to was just like, yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling this, man. It was like, oh, really? Because I'm in. I was in, but nobody wanted to do it. So Derek and Sean did concede a little bit, and they said, tell you what, not doing 6 a.m, but we'll go with you if you want to see it. Like this one movie theater opens at like 9 or 10. I'll go to that. And it was like, I'll take it. So we went, and it was so funny because when we saw Reloaded, it was the most packed theater I'd ever been in. I mean, every seat was filled. They had like the Matrix video game being played in the lobby. They had cardboard standees. I mean, it was like the theater was matrixed out. And then seeing that third one, it was me, Derek, and Sean, and like maybe one or two other dudes with ponytails sitting in like the second row. And that was it. It was like, it was such a contrast. Like, there was just no one there. It's like, oh, is it just us? Oh, okay. All right. But enjoyed it,
Yeah,
It was,
I do think I'm going to say out of the three, it is my least favorite. Doesn't mean I don't like it, but I'm just saying if I rank the three, it is at the bottom. But controversial opinion, I think my favorite might actually be Reloaded. As much as I like
it was mine for a long time.
I fucking love Reloaded, dude.
Yeah.
The Merovingian is such a great fucking character.
Yeah.
All the shit with the architect and the keymaker and all that. I love everything. My only complaint about 2 is just the elongated Zion stuff, where it's just like, I want to get back to the Matrix. I want to get back to the Matrix.
Yeah.
So for that, it does always go between me if I like 1 or 2 more, and I think it's like whatever day you catch me on. But I'm a big fucking Reloaded fan.
For me, it's this. I feel the same as I do the Back to the Future trilogy. It's almost identical to me. I recognize, for me, it's the first one is the classic. It stands on its own. That's the one that should be in a museum. All right, great. But I love how heavy 2 gets, and for that, it might be my favorite. And then the third one is the underrated one, and it doesn't, just honestly, like Back to the Future 3, there's not as much time travel. They're just kind of bombing around in the Old West. And that's, Revolutions is kind of mostly in the real world. They're not having fun in the Matrix like they did with the other ones. But to me, that's what kind of makes it like, gives it its own identity. And that's why I like it. So I kind of feel that way about both trilogies.
I would agree with that. I think the thing for me when it comes to the Back to the Future is that I really like, of course, number 1 is the classic. I love the whole thing. And then number 2, by getting that layer on layer where he's going back to the first movie, you've got me immediately, because I love anything where it's like we've got this continuity that we're sticking to.
Yeah.
And then 3 is fun, but once again, if you ask me which one do I want to watch, I'm probably going to go to 1 or 2 before I go to 3.
Yes.
But it's a fun Western. It's not a time travel movie. It's a Western movie.
Yeah.
And at the end, there's a big giant train that they make go through time.
Yeah. But I love it for being the exhale after all that heavy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think, the Zion stuff in Reloaded, in the Matrix Reloaded, I'm kind of whatever on. I agree. But, I like the Zion stuff in the third one because I was invested in their survival. And I think the battle against the Sentinels in the Zion, like the last stand of Zion, I think that is like an incredible scene. Even though it's not in the Matrix, I think that when they keep coming through that hole and like, you just keep thinking it's over and it's not. I don't know. I just think I thought that was really well done, actually. And again, I love when movies take risks and do stuff that like, someone should have stopped you and you didn't. They didn't. It's kind of incredible. And for me, it's the fact that Revolutions has like an hour without Keanu Reeves in it. Like the fact that for a minute they go, Neo's not important right now. It's these like nobody people that represent humanity and they're all about to die. So we're going to spend the next hour on that. Neo will be there later. Like Keanu will be there later. This is like the fate of the world right here. And I thought that was kind of ballsy that they just spent like it's like, I know we spent millions of dollars getting Keanu Reeves. Fuck that right now. We got to focus on these small, like, families and all these. I don't know. I thought that was, like, brave. I thought that was really cool.
I will agree, and I think you have to give all credit for that move to the Wachowskis, because I guarantee you somebody at Warner Brothers was just like, where the fuck is Keanu?
Yeah. Go back to him. Cut back to
just,
Keanu.
Like, dug their heels, and they're like, no, we're going to do what we want.
Yeah. I think that's really cool. And everything that I've heard sounds like they let... it's only Lana Wachowski now. I think.
Wait, I didn't hear about this. What's
the
up?
other Wachowski retired from like filmmaking and stuff. They might have still like consulted on it, whatever, but they're not directing it. But Lana Wachowski is the main force behind the fourth one, and from everything I've heard, they let them do whatever they want there too. So
as long as Wachowski is behind, the helm, I think that the it's going to be in good hands. It's when it's like, okay, well, if WB was like, well, we've got the Matrix, why don't we give it to fucking Mickey G or like Michael Bay? That's when you're like, danger. But
I totally agree. And I think with that, I think really what was a force there, because they could have easily done that, but it sounded like none of the original actors, or I think maybe some of the new ones too, none of them wanted to do it unless it was the Wachowskis were behind it. So
that's awesome.
Thank you, Keanu. I think Keanu was like hard no if they're not doing it. So I thought that was like, all right, I'm good.
No, it's not Keanu. Great and everything.
Yeah. Kudos to Keanu. Although I had to see that trailer about, I felt like I was seeing the same movie trailer for 3 years of him in that SpongeBob thing. Where he was like, I'm Sage and my name is Sage, or whatever that was. Did
that movie ever come out?
I think it did on like Paramount Plus. Yeah. So Keanu, and someone brought it up in the chat. Keanu gave like, I think it was on Reloaded actually. I didn't think it was the first one, but he did the first Matrix and then he did Reloaded.
Yeah.
He bought like Harley Davidsons for the whole effects team. He was like, I've made enough money for like one guy. Just, you guys worked so hard that I think he gave a portion of his paycheck to them and like got them motorcycles too. Or something like that, where it was just like, oh my God. Like, anyway. So.
Well, like the stunt coordinators of the Matrix came to him and was like, I want to make this movie called John Wick. Yeah. I don't have a lot of money. Will you please be in this movie? And he's like, of course, I will be in this movie.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think he made very much off the first one. And then of course the last two have been fucking gangbusters, and then we're gonna get another one.
Yeah.
So like, there's all evidence points to Keanu Reeves just being one of the best guys in Hollywood.
Yeah, I think so too. And also he's smart, because I think with the Matrix, the sequels, Reloaded and Revolution, I think he like didn't take a lot up front, but he was just like, you know, give me a percent. Just give me whatever. If it does well, just give me a percentage. And people forget, there's people who feel mixed on those sequels, but for a minute they were the top R-rated films of all time. So I think he got a massive payoff on those movies. Like I think he played that smartly, probably.
Are they no more? I thought they were still the top rated R movies.
I think they got topped by The Hangover. Actually,
no fucking way.
Yeah, I think The Hangover did that. Yeah, I think. I could be wrong.
I will admit, I really did like that first Hangover. I think it just hit at the right time. But then when The Hangover 2 came out and it was legitimately the same exact movie beat for beat, I just remember going, what? Oh, fuck this.
Yeah. It's going to sound weird, and I always say, like, bear with me. Stay with me. But The Hangover is a perfect movie. And I'm like, again, I have to clarify, because people hear that and they go, wow, you think it's that good? Wow. But it's like, but that's not even what I'm saying. It hit every note to where any type of person could sit down in front of it and find something they wanted to watch. Maybe you like more traditional comedy. Well, there's some of that, but then you like, you got Zach Galifianakis, and he's bringing a different type of humor to it. And then the premise of like not knowing what you did the night before is an evergreen premise. And then, you know what I mean? I just remember when I saw it, I was like, wow, they like nailed the formula here. So I liked it. I thought it wasn't, that's not normally my kind of movie, but I thought like, yeah, they checked every box. So I liked it, but yeah, that second one was like, it was the first movie again, but it felt longer. And then the third movie wasn't even like it was horrendous. It was just like all plot and not very funny. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you saw it, but
I saw the third one.
Yeah.
If you ask me right now what happened in that movie, honestly, I can't. I'm sitting here trying to think. I cannot remember anything that happens in that movie other than it's not the same as the second one.
That's it was
but
just
I
kind
can't
of,
even remember who was in it other than the main guys.
Yeah, it was kind of just plot to get everything back to how it had to be or whatever. And it was like, okay, well, you did that, but it wasn't really that funny. It was just, all right. It just didn't need it.
I will say the thing about The Hangover is that while some of the jokes definitely have not aged well, it is one of those evergreen movies where it's just like they sell those fucking baby on a holder shirts in Vegas. It's sort of just like the same thing with fucking Anchorman. It's like when you make a movie about a specific city, that city will hold on to it forever. And I think that's some of the staying power of The Hangover is that it's got that Vegas vibe. Yeah,
they definitely. Yeah, you're not. That's in Vegas's zeitgeist forever now. That will always get brought up. So yeah, I think it's a good movie. And it will be around a long time. But how funny though that it had a whole trilogy, and it's like, yeah. Don't remember that.
Honestly, what the fuck happens in The Hangover 3?
No, I'm trying. What did they have to do? They had to restore something. What did they restore?
The first one is the dude from National Treasures getting married.
Yeah.
Then the second one is that Ed Helms is getting married.
Yeah.
Who's getting married? Is it a marriage?
No, it's like all the things they did. Isn't it something they did in the first one? They had to no, it was the Ken Jeong's character needs them to fix something they ruined or something. I think it's like Ken Jeong's character makes them break into someone's house to get something, or right? I don't know.
I honestly can't remember. All I know is that The Hangover 2 is The Hangover 1, but it's in, I want to say, Thailand.
Yeah.
And then there's a monkey. And then Hangover 3, I don't know. Yeah, I saw that movie. I absolutely saw that movie.
Yeah.
I have memories of going to the theater, and then I cannot tell you what happens in that fucking movie.
Yeah, okay. By the way, thank you to Shivering Pug in the chat for your sub.
Thank you.
Which, by the way, if you like our streams, you get a free sub if you have Amazon Prime. Just saying, you should give us your sub. It's a new month. Let's kick things off right. You get all the extra stuff in the chat, okay? So
I'll go out on a limb and I'll say that is what I use my Amazon Prime for every month.
Oh,
is that
amazing.
Big 64 subscription? So
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But yeah, the film follows the wolf pack as they try to get Alan the help he needs after facing a personal crisis after the bachelor party in Bangkok. However, things go awry when an incident from the original film comes back to haunt them. I just can't, I remembered that it was something from the first movie they had to fix. I can't remember what it was. It was Ken Jeong's character, like they have to like kidnap him or something.
Do you think it's worth going back just to see? Should I watch The Hangover 3 just to see what the fuck happened in that movie?
Maybe. I can't. Maybe. I don't remember.
All right. Maybe I'll watch The Hangover 3 before the next Future Probe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. I'm trying to like parse through this and see what it was, but I can't.
I'm looking it up on Wikipedia right now.
They have to get some gold or something.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they have to get gold. Something from gold. I don't know. Something's made of gold.
They go to Tijuana. I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, this is blowing my mind just going through this. Anyway. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, guys.
Now everyone's going to be all like, what's up with Hangover 3? And that's going to be haunting them all night,
Is The Hangover 3 on Amazon Prime? Should we do a Hangover 3 watch party?
Yeah, maybe. If it's included on there, that should be one where we go, oh, yeah, the whole time. I think that'd be good. Okay. Thank you, TK Fox Ghost, for your sub. Appreciate that.
The last thing I'll say then before I go is that, hey, man, honestly, if you got into doing, I've done some of these watch parties. I've watched other people do it. Yeah. It's actually really fun. It's all, like, as long as it's free on Amazon and everybody has Amazon Prime, it just fucking does. I don't know if you've done it yet, but literally you press a button.
Yeah.
And then it just says, hey, press this button if you have Amazon Prime. They check it, and then boom. You don't have to sync anything up. The movie is going, and you're awesome. In a little quarter, and you can just talk over it. And if you started doing like fucking movie nights, it would be so fucking cool.
That would be fun. I think we need to do it. We meant to do it. I think during MLK week earlier this year, we were intending to do some, but we just never had time. But I really want to do that soon. I'd love to watch the Eva rebuilds or something like that.
I think that would be a good fucking time, dude.
Yeah, I think so too. So thank you for the encouragement. That sounds good.
Hey, thank you for letting me call in and talk for a little bit. This has been great. Can't wait to see you soon, whenever that is.
Absolutely, dude. It would have been Anime Expo right now. Can you believe that?
Oh shit! It would be Anime Expo right now.
Yeah, breaking my heart.
There might be another. Hey, I don't know what's being said or anything, but there is a con coming up that I may or may not have already booked a flight and hotel and got tickets for. So maybe you'll be there, maybe you won't.
You're right. Anthrocon's coming up, dude.
There you go, Anthrocon. I'll see you there.
My suit's all ready to go. All right.
I'm an otter.
Hell yes. I'm looking out for you. All right. Thank you for your call.
Bye, dude.
Good night. That was a good call. I think that's a good place to call it. Thank you guys very much for tuning in tonight. Again, there was no real point to this, just, chilling, talking, whatever, Sometimes it feels good to just sit and chat. So we did it. Got some fun stuff to come. Some announcements coming, I think, maybe in the next few days. Waiting to see if that comes true. So definitely keep an eye out. I got some fun stuff to talk about. I think. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn here. But anyway, MegaCon is happening in Florida next month? I don't know anything about that. Hope the one in St. Augustine calls you guys down again. That one always seems like a fun small con. Yeah. I think that's EXPCon. That's always fun. Thank you guys for calling in. Everybody who called in, everybody who was in the chat. Had a lot of fun. Can my boy Christian get a shout out? Yo, Christian, what's up? How's it going? There, you got it. How's that? Hope that was a good shout out. Anyway, thank you for the props. This has been another episode of Future Probe. Maybe next time we'll play a game again or have something with a little more structure, but tonight was just chatting. I think some of our stuff we're working on will be done by the next week. So maybe by the next week we'll do something way more active. Not any of this sitting around stuff. Maybe we'll go we'll go ballistic. Shouts out to Buscus, Is that you know him, or is he in the? I don't know. Somebody just said it, but whatever. Tobuscus, if you're watching, and Boss Baby 2 in theaters this Friday. Yep, I'm gonna be there for that. I'm hoping the theater's packed, because I want to make sure that gets supported. Shout out Alec Baldwin. He was in the opening of Glengarry Glen Ross. It was kind of tight. He's got a brass pair. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night. Have an excellent Thursday. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you, probably, I don't know if we're doing a podcast or not. Maybe not. But have a good 4th of July. Good night.